Welcome to the writings of Patrick S. Smith. Hello all, another update on what's going on. Been a little bit of a rough week. We have a number of cats in this house, and unfortunately, Elijah, the bobtail, got struck by a car and was killed earlier this week. My wife and daughters took it a little hard because he wasn't a pet. He was really part of the family, and I'm not a cat person, but at the same time I'm not an animal abuser either. I understand people bond with different animals, and that's so. But still, it's like I say, he's was part of the family, and it just left a little bit of a hole for all of us, and admittedly even myself, just because he he was a strange one. He could be adorable and be a nuisance at the same time. So, um, kind of thrown us all off our game a little bit. Um, Moving on to other things, I finally got the first draft of the second chapter of Amber done, and going over what I had previously started for the next section, it looks like I'm about halfway ish through chapter 3. So hopefully that won't take too long when I circle back around to it, which might be a fair piece because Brides of War, I thought I was closing in on the ending the first portion and getting ready to start diving into the second. Well, not there yet. I mean, I made a good bit of progress, but I'm finding out this is going to end up being a lot longer a piece than I thought it was going to be originally, because normally I do a short story, it's 8,000, 8,000, 10,000, 12,000 words. This is looking like this might fall into the novella category. I would not be surprised if I end up hitting 25,000 words on it. So if that's the case, I might be changing things up and in essence, get its own little book. I don't know yet. We'll just see how it goes with that. On to other things. The Stafford, for those of you who subscribe to the e-magazine Eldritch Science by the National Fiction Fan Federation, I think that's what it is, NFFF, should have been in the October issue, and I'm assuming that's out by now. I'm a late subscriber, so I haven't seen it yet, other than the author copy I got, and that may be the only copy I get on it. But it should be out by now, and I hope for those of you who do subscribe, enjoy it. Also, maybe give you a cold chill down the spine. Kathy is not going to be with me. She's been working nights, and so it just makes it hard for her to get airtime to do videos. Still trying to work out getting her to do one or two by herself, or do it so I don't have to necessarily be involved to do them. I'd like to do it with her, because she might talk about a book that goes, ooh, I might want to read that type thing. We all have our particulars about what we like to read and whatnot. And last note, something I'm working, at least video-wise, on the side. I could do pretty much when I want to. So it would be a little bit of an added bonus for those of you who watch these. Well, not necessarily. It may not necessarily be in one of these updates. It may be its own little segment I'm on the fence exactly how I'm going to do it, but talk about how, books that inspired me to write, why I write certain things, also, why I write certain elements in books that are stories. Basically all the inner workings of everything. Because I think I've talked before about my poetry. My poetry is all, for the most part, based on life, my observations, my twisted view on things. So that's kind of cut and dry and there. But it's also I think that's how poetry should be. Should inspire something and invoke something in the reader. So there, poetry's kind of cut and dry. But things like For the Love of Death series, The World of Olith, those are all inspired by something I had a concept behind, some sort of concept behind, or was inspired by something to try it do this way. So I'll be discussing those in later videos. So keep an eye out for those. And this is relatively short because, like I say, with Elijah's untimely demise, it's just been, it has kind of thrown things out of whack. Also, last week my youngest was home from college during fall break, so I spent a good time, getting a chance to pick her brain on a few things. So I haven't been quite as active creatively as I would normally be, but I hope y'all understand. So, thank y'all. Take care. Bye. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. You can find more of my books on Amazon.com. Also, you can find more of my stories and poems at patricssmithauthor.wordpress.com. The links are in the description. Thank you.